Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I'm going to share my 2021 planner lineup. So let's get into it. The first item I have is basically just a notebook. It's not a planner. And let me say this up front. A lot of this stuff is not traditional planners. So it's not something that I need to use every day, or that's even a planner at all. It may be some type of notebook, but within the planning community, a lot of these things are included with planning systems. Okay, so it's kind of a stationery lineup, a creative lineup, a craft lineup. It's a combination of all of those things. So I just want to put that out there. It's not like, oh, why do you need so many planners? Well, they're not all traditional planners. Okay, so to start, I have this notebook that I had on my shelf. I'm trying to use what I have in my stash. A lot of these things I probably shared in a haul. I think I have only one thing that I haven't shared at some point, but this was in my stash. I'd actually used this a little bit prior, but I'm using it again now, and I'm just using it as a general notebook. I don't really care about the cover is, you know, summary or whatever. I just need to jot down some things. So for instance, I went ahead and listed out all of the planners, notebooks, journals, whatever the case may be that I thought I would want to use. And then I kind of broke it down as to what I want to use them for. Some of them may fall off because I have something else on the way, but that is kind of what this notebook is. It's just for me to jot down ideas and kind of map things out of how I want to do things. So like I had started on my craft room organization, figuring out what items I need like sectioned off, because I want to keep all my mixed media items together. I want to keep all my planning items together, things like that. So, and then I'm going to label these tabs. I do have a label maker. I just haven't decided how I want to label them. And I'm already working on things for later in the year. That is what this notebook is for. And I will organize it with tabs and other items. Here is the next planner. It is a classic size happy planner. It is an 18-month planner. I still have all, I never do this. So, and I still have all of the months in here. I used this very little, I had ideas and then I kind of just fell off with using it. But I'm going to jump back in it and do something that I've always wanted to do and just didn't do it because for whatever reason. I want to use this as just a creative planning, period. Nothing to do with appointments or schedules or anything like that. Just a fun creative outlet, because otherwise this would sit on the shelf and go to waste because I wouldn't use it. I was initially using it for my graphic design stuff and for social media, but I never really got into it. So the purpose will be creative planning and somewhat memory keeping. In addition to the typical washi tape and stickers, I will be stamping, inking. I might even paint and spray. I don't know if the paper is going to hold up. I'll probably gesso. I'm just going to kind of use it as a planner art journal. Kind of how I do with my micro, but on a larger scale, and maybe not as extreme as I do with the micro. So that's what this one will be used for. So the next planner I have, you've seen and I use regularly, is my A5 rings. Now the cover may change during the year, but the inside is what really matters. These are the inserts from the Scrapcraftastic Patreon. If you want to join us over there, you'll have access to these if you're a patron elite, but this is what they look like. And then there's also a horizontal version. This will continue to be my home and everyday planner. This is my PR social media planner. I'm gonna have to move these. I haven't changed some of the things that I want to change because I've been working on getting it set up the way that I want as far as what planner for what, and making them as functional as I could. Again, some of these need work, but I will be working on that. And I did go to Office Depot and get these dividers from the tool line. I think it's Tool at Office Depot. I just ordered and did a pickup, and it came with 10, but I only used 5. Where's the other one? Here it is. So yeah, so I only used the 5. Once I get this set up the way that I want and working in the way that I want, those will also be labeled. And the cover is a custom cover from Mystic's Little Gifts. So for the new year, I do have a new code. It's Rachelle 15, and I will put all that information in the description box below. Okay, so there's that one. This one is my standard rings from Mystic's Little Gifts. Again, my code is Rachelle 15. Info in the description box. You've seen this one. This was one of my newer ones towards the end of 2020, and I was kind of flip-flopping around on how I wanted to use it. Based on how I've been using it for the last few weeks, I'm going to call this my tomorrow planner. Basically, this is where I'm going to make my lists at night or whenever for what I want to do tomorrow, because I'll just be sitting there. I mean, I don't necessarily write that in my planner because it's too much. I don't want to do daily pages because that's a whole other thing. I just want to be able to list things, and I need to finish that. But I just want to list things that I need to do. But I've already been using it in that way, making lists, making notes. See here? So, and it's working out great for me. And so that's it. This is going to be my tomorrow planner. Someone asked me to do a flip through. There's not really much to see. As you can see, not much has changed since we did the setup. I did not finish the setup, of course, because that's how it always happens with me. The only thing additional that I think I would have done is adding the labels, and maybe I'll come back and do a video where I am sharing how I'm deciding or putting on the labels or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so this is my tomorrow planner, which will be full of lists of things I need to do. And this will stay bedside. I would like to have something smaller, but I have this, so I want to use it. Plus, the smallest thing that I would be able to use in rings is pocket rings, and I think that's a little too small for what I want to do. So I'm going to use the standard rings as my tomorrow planner. So next we have my Walmart Traveler's Notebook, which holds a Dollar Tree planner, which can also be used as an insert. This pouch is from Isis Ella Jewels, the jewel box. I'm not sure if it's still available. If it is, I will link it in the description box below. It holds quite a bit. It's pretty large, and I can put more than this planner in there, definitely. I haven't really done much in here. I haven't done a lot of planning lately, not in my usual planners, but I still have this student planner in here that I may mix in throughout the year. I haven't put in my new insert because I didn't decide if I wanted to use the student planner or the typical insert. I may start out with this student planner because I really like the paper a lot better on this than the regular planner from Dollar Tree, so we'll see. I definitely need to do something with the cover, so we will be getting into that sometime in the near future. But I'll be using this planner. I really enjoyed using this planner as for journaling, so I'm kind of torn whether I should go back to exercise and fitness. I don't want to call it wellness because I don't know. So I was thinking of going back to food and adding the fitness in. We'll see how it goes, and maybe I'll do a combination of food and fitness and journaling because those things kind of go together. So there's that. The next planner is from personalplanner.com. I will put their information in the description box below, and I do have some clarification on the unboxing that I did of this planner, and I really like this planner a lot. So in my other video, I was expressed a little shock that there was no monthlies, thinking that I probably would have picked monthlies, but no, in hindsight, no, I wouldn't have picked monthlies. So that's why there was no monthlies, but they are available and it is an option. Again, this whole planner is custom. So you choose what you want in the planner. So I didn't choose monthlies. Okay, so just clarify that. Also, for the address list, I mentioned that it's kind of a pain each year to have to transfer all of that. Well, if you use this planner year after year, then you can also put all your addresses in digitally. And so when you receive your planner, all your information will already be printed in. So if you reorder the next year, you just use the same address file and add to it, or do a completely new file, however you want to do it. But you do have the option so that you don't have to copy these down from year to year. And you can do that with personal dates as well. So you can include birthdays and anniversaries and everything. So it's completely custom. So as far as the red holidays go, apparently it's a European thing to have all holidays in red, and Sundays are always holidays. So that's why they are in red. That's interesting. I did not know that. So that totally makes sense since this planner is from Sweden. And I think that was all the clarification that I needed to give. So let's move on to what I'm going to be using this planner for. I think I'm going to use this planner as a body book. Anna at Mystic's Little Gifts inspired me to do that, and I think it's really something that I need to do because I don't remember things, and I think this would be a great option for that. So I will probably be using this as a body book for me and the kids, which means there won't be a whole lot of planning. It'll be a whole lot of notating things. So aches and pains, bumps, doctor's visits, medications, all of that, body book. So like scrapes and cuts, like my son has a little cut on his finger. I want to note all of that, and that way I have a record of things. So that's it. This is going to be the body book for the family. Now I haven't actually set this up the way that I want to use it. This is a mini happy planner jacket. And so I have a mini happy notes in here that I was planning on using, but I may be using this in a different way. So I have these two notebooks from Michael's in here, and this old happy notes that I have. I'm thinking I want to start doing my weekly challenges in this in some way. So the Scrapcraftastic weekly challenge would be probably in a B6 size, maybe. I don't know if it'll be this particular notebook or how I'm going to do it, but I really like this size as well as A5. So I'm gonna play around with it. I'm not exactly sure about this, but I did go ahead and put it in the lineup just in case. So my intent is to use this for the planner challenge only, instead of putting my planner challenge in my home planner every week. I think I want to do it this way, but we'll see. Again, a lot of these are going to require setup. I'm unprepared. I spent my time deciding how I want to use my planners instead of setting them up, because I can set them up as I go, and I'm horrible at setting up, as you probably already know. So I have this old Exceed notebook from Walmart, and I don't really like it that much because of the yellow looking pages, but I did make attempts to start journaling. I never know what to write. So this will probably end up, see what I noted that was like my first page. So this will probably end up being more of a glue book. I learned what a commonplace book is some time ago. Maybe just a commonplace book just to jot down things of interest to me, like what I'm watching on TV, what I'm watching on YouTube, or just little trivia that I enjoy that nobody else around me really cares about, I'll write it in here, and I'll probably do my what I read as well, or listen to as far as audiobooks. So this is kind of like an art journal, but in glue book style. And as I go and do layouts and things, I will share some of them. Okay, so that, again, that's not really a planner. That's just like a creative outlet type thing. Well, these next two really aren't on the list, but I want to share them anyway because they are journals and books that I will be using throughout the year. This is a Michael's journal. I think they're like $5. And I've been using this for craft recipes, craft info, measurements. It started out as a journal, as they always do. And then I started putting down craft things that I want to try, information on how to do things. And I do have an index in the front. So it started that way. And then I have moved on to also using it as washi samples towards the back. So I started with some of my Halloween washi. Then I moved on to, I want to make a title page for this section for Cookie Sticker Co. washi. So this is what the washi that I've had time to put in. I have quite a bit more from the Black Parade collection. Then this section, let me put my string back. Then this section here starts with Simply Gilded. And I have some more that I need to add to this. And let me know in the comments if you're interested in me doing videos of me doing the washi samples. Yeah, let me know in the comments if that is of interest. So I kind of came in here on one Friday night and just did all of this. So that is not necessarily part of the lineup, but it is something that you will see me use. And then also this has been around for a while and I've not been able to work in this as much as I would like to. This is my art journal. This is the full-on art journal. So some of these things you've seen, and pretty much that's all that I've done. So this time, or earlier last year, I worked on this and I was supposed to come back and put a cardinal in it and finish it up, and I still haven't done it. So and then I just have some prepped pages in here. But yeah, this is my art journals and I need to work on it. This is the last spread that I worked on and it is not finished. Anywho, so hopefully I'll get to art journal. I don't know if I'll be doing that on this channel or the other channel, but there's that. And then I'm gonna put these back. Not this past year, but 2 years prior, I used A6 HOBONICHI TECHO, and I didn't use it regularly, but I did use it quite a bit off and on. And then I got to the point where I felt like I didn't need it. And so for 2020, I did not order one. And I felt like I missed it. So for 2021, I ordered one, and I also got this leather cover for it from Mystic's Little Gifts. This was a new leather that she had recently. I don't know if it's still available. I don't remember the name of the leather, but I will put it in the description box below. But I call it the cowboy leather. I think it's called Earth. I think it's called Earth. But to be sure, I'll put it in the description box below. But to me, again, it's like cowboy leather. It's what I imagine the cowboy hats and chaps and all of that were made out of, and how it looks. So, and I really like this leather. I'm just like, oh, it's so beautiful. And I know it marks and everything, and you can rub some of that out as you go, but it's fine with me. I like it like that. I mean, it looks rustic. So anywho, this is what the TECHO looks like as far as each day. It's a daily planner. Let's go back. It has all the months in the front, and I'm sure you've seen this before. If you want me to do a detailed flip through, I will. A lot of these are items that you won't see me using on camera. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, a lot of these won't be used on camera. They're just for my personal use, but occasionally I might share a quick glance, or you might see a photo here and there, but this will be for personal use and just basically for daily memories, things that happen throughout the day that I need to jot down. This is different from my tomorrow planner. I'll probably do lettering in here, drawing in here, just whatever I feel like doing. So that is kind of the road that I took with the other two that I had those 2 years, and I think I missed that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with this. I might even put a little watercolor on the pages, even though I don't like my pages to crinkle up, but we'll see. And I'll probably use some markers and highlighters and all of that good stuff. So this will also be bedside with the standard rings. Then last but not least, I have my micro discs. We're going to do a flip through later with the black and white buffalo plaid ollie clip, but I will be using a micro disc bound just for, I don't know, fun. Another creative outlet. I don't think I'll be doing micro dailies for the new year. That did take a lot out of me. I was on a roll for Halloween and then not so much for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I had ideas for Christmas. I just didn't have the energy to execute. But I am already working on my list for next year. So we'll see what happens. But from time to time, I will pop into the micro and do some type of art journal-y, planner-y type thing. So that is everything. That is my whole planner lineup, my journals, everything I would like to use throughout the year. Again, these are not all planners like you would think of a traditional planner. These are notebooks, journals, planners, a combination of everything. To me, this is all part of my planning system of things that stationery or notebooks that I write in. So yeah, I just included everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that gray bell so that you'll receive notification each time I upload a new video. Be sure to check the community tabs and my stories for updates throughout the week. Also, check us out over at patreon.com/scrapcraftastic for exclusive content and digital downloads. Visit my other channel, Journal Life's Journey, for craft videos and junk journals. You can find me across social media at Scrapcraftastic. Visit my website and shop at scrapcraftastic.com. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.